Hello, and welcome to today's lesson. Whether you're just starting your English learning journey or looking to practice, you're in the right place. My name is Sarah, and I'm here to help you speak English with confidence, especially in everyday situations. Now, let's talk about why learning the right sentences is so important. As a beginner, you might feel overwhelmed with grammar rules and vocabulary lists, but the truth is, you don't need to know everything to start speaking. What matters most is being able to communicate in real situations, and that's what today's lesson is all about. In this video, we'll cover 50 essential English sentences that you'll use all the time. These phrases are simple, easy to remember, and they will make you sound more like a native speaker. The goal here is to focus on practical phrases you can start using right away. You might be thinking, do I really need these sentences? Absolutely. When you're learning a new language, starting with the basics helps you gain confidence. Once you can use these sentences in everyday conversations, you'll feel much more comfortable speaking with others. You'll be able to introduce yourself, ask for help, make small talk, and even ask for directions, all in English. The best part? You don't need to be perfect. It's all about practicing these phrases until they become second nature. And don't worry about grammar mistakes. Just focus on speaking, and with time, your skills will improve. So let's get started with 50 essential sentences that will make your English sound natural and fluent. Remember, practice is key, and by the end of this video, you'll be able to use these phrases with ease. Let's dive right in. Let's start with the basics. Greetings and introductions. These are the first things you need to know when you meet someone new. Whether you're in a casual setting with friends or in a more formal situation, knowing how to greet people in English will help you start conversations with confidence. First, let's cover some common greetings. Hello, how are you? This is the most common greeting. It's friendly, simple, and works in almost any situation. You can say it when you meet someone, whether it's a friend, coworker, or stranger. A natural response could be, "I'm good, thank you. How about you?" Practice this phrase until it feels natural. Hi, my name is Sarah. Nice to meet you. This is perfect when you're introducing yourself to someone for the first time. Saying "nice to meet you" shows you're polite and ready to engage in a conversation. You can also respond with "nice to meet you too. What's your name?" After introducing yourself, it's polite to ask the other person's name. This keeps the conversation going. If you're not sure how to pronounce their name, don't hesitate to ask them how to say it correctly. For example, "What's your name?" "My name is Sarah." "How's it going?" This is a more casual greeting, perfect for friends or colleagues you already know. It's similar to "How are you?" but more informal. You can respond with, "It's going great, thanks," or "Not bad, how about you?" These are the kinds of greetings you'll use daily. They're easy to remember and will help you feel confident when meeting new people. And don't forget, it's not just about the words, it's also about how you say them. A smile and a friendly tone go a long way in making a good impression. Remember, practice makes perfect, so don't be shy. Start using these greetings as often as you can. Soon, you'll be able to greet people naturally and feel more at ease with English conversations. Let's keep going. Now, let's move on to an essential part of daily communication, asking for information. Whether you're at the store, in a new city, or just need help with something, knowing how to ask the right questions in English will make your life a lot easier. These phrases will help you get the information you need while sounding polite and natural. Let's start with the basics. Where is place? This is probably the most useful question you'll need when you're out and about. If you're in a new place and need to find a location, you can use this phrase. For example, where is the nearest bus stop? Or where is the supermarket? You can replace place with any location. It's a simple, clear way to ask for directions or information about places. How much is this? Whenever you're shopping, you'll need to ask about prices. You can use this question in stores, markets, or even when you're buying something online. For example, how much is this shirt or how much is that book? This is a very straightforward and important question that will help you when you're out shopping or browsing. Can you tell me where the bathroom is? This is a practical question to know, especially when you're out in public and need to find the restroom. It's polite and clear. Another way to say this is, "Excuse me, where is the restroom? What time is it?" Time is something we need to ask about regularly, whether you're late for an appointment, waiting for a bus, or simply curious, asking what time is it will help you stay on schedule. You can also use "Do you have the time?" in a more casual conversation. "Could you repeat that, please?" Sometimes we don't hear things clearly, and it's completely okay to ask for a repeat. This phrase is polite and shows you're paying attention, but you need clarification. For example, if someone gives you directions or tells you something important, you can say, "Could you repeat that, please? What does this word mean?" If you're learning new vocabulary, this phrase is a great way to understand the meaning of a word you don't know. Whether you're reading, listening to someone speak, or watching a video, you'll want to ask, "What does this word mean?" whenever you come across unfamiliar words. It's a simple and polite way to ask for an explanation. "Can you show me the way to place?" If you're lost or need someone to guide you, you can use this phrase. It's polite and helpful when you're looking for specific directions. For example, "Can you show me the way to the nearest train station?" Or "Can you show me the way to the airport? Is it far from here?" After asking for directions, you may want to know how far your destination is. You can use this question to understand how long it will take to get there. For example, is the restaurant far from here? Or is the park far from the station? "Can I have the bill, please?" When you're at a restaurant or cafe and ready to leave, you'll need to ask for the bill. This polite phrase is easy to remember and widely used. For example, after finishing your meal, you can say, "Can I have the bill, please?" Or "Could you bring me the check?" "How do I get to place?" If you're asking for directions or guidance to a place you want to reach, this is the perfect question. You can say, "How do I get to the library?" Or "How do I get to the airport from here?" Asking for information is a key part of navigating daily life in English-speaking environments. These phrases will help you communicate easily whether you're shopping, traveling, or just trying to get around. The best part? All of these sentences are polite and simple, so you don't need to worry about complicated grammar. Now, I want to encourage you to practice these phrases in real-life situations. Try asking for directions next time you're out, or practice ordering food at a restaurant. The more you use these phrases, the more confident you'll feel speaking English. Remember, the goal is to communicate and get the information you need, not to speak perfectly. With these questions, you'll be able to get around and interact with others in English smoothly and confidently. Let's keep moving forward. Let's move on to two very practical and important situations: shopping and ordering food. Whether you're at a store, in a restaurant, or simply picking up a coffee, knowing the right phrases will help you feel confident and at ease in these everyday activities. Let's break it down into simple phrases you can use immediately. First, let's talk about shopping. How much is this? This is one of the most common questions when you're shopping. You'll use this phrase to ask about the price of an item. For example, if you're looking at a jacket, you can say, "How much is this jacket?" or "How much is that book?" It's straightforward and easy to use, and you can ask it in any shop or market. "I'd like to buy this." Once you've decided what you want to buy, this phrase will help you communicate your intention. You can use it in any store or online. For example, "I'd like to buy this shirt," or "I'd like to buy these shoes, please." This lets the shop assistant know you're ready to purchase. "Do you have this in another size color?" Sometimes the item you want isn't available in your size or preferred color. If that's the case, this phrase will help you ask for options. For example, "Do you have this in a medium?" or "Do you have this in black?" It's a simple and polite way to check if the store has what you need. "Can I try this on?" If you're shopping for clothes or shoes, this phrase will help you ask if you can try the item on before purchasing it. You can say, "Can I try this on?" or "Is there a fitting room?" This is common when you want to make sure the item fits before buying it. "Is there a discount on this?" If you're in a store with sales or promotions, this phrase will help you find out if you're getting a good deal. You can say, "Is there a discount on this jacket?" or "Are these shoes on sale?" It's great for finding bargains. Now, let's move on to ordering food. Whether you're at a restaurant, food court, or cafe, these phrases will make ordering food easier. "Can I see the menu, please?" When you sit down at a restaurant, the first thing you'll need is the menu. This phrase is perfect for when you're ready to order. For example, "Can I see the menu, please?" or "Could you give me the menu?" It's polite and to the point. "I'd like to order dish name, please." Once you've decided what you want to eat, this phrase is the one you'll use to place your order. For example, "I'd like to order a cheeseburger, please," or "I'd like to order the soup of the day, please." It's polite and clear. "Could I have the bill, please?" After enjoying your meal, you'll need to ask for the check. This phrase is a polite and standard way to request it. You can also say, "Can I have the check, please?" or simply, "Could I get the bill, please? Is this dish spicy?" If you're unsure about the heat level of a dish, you can use this phrase to ask. For example, "Is this curry spicy?" or "Is the soup spicy?" It's important to know if you can handle the spice, especially if you have a sensitive stomach. "Can I have this to go?" If you want to take your food with you instead of eating at the restaurant, this is a great phrase to ask. You can also say, "Can I get this to take away?" or "Can I have it packed, please?" This is a common request when you want to eat your meal elsewhere. These shopping and ordering food phrases will make your life so much easier when you're in public spaces. The best part? They're polite and easy to use. Whether you're at a market, in a store, or eating at a restaurant, these phrases will help you sound natural and confident. The more you practice these, the more comfortable you'll feel speaking English in these situations. So next time you go shopping or out to eat, try using these phrases, and you'll notice how much more smoothly your conversations go. Let's keep going. Let's now move on to two very important skills: making requests and offering help. Whether you're asking someone to do something for you or offering your assistance to others, knowing how to phrase your requests and offers in English is essential. These simple sentences will help you sound polite and natural in a variety of situations. Let's start with making requests. Could you please help me with this? This is one of the most polite ways to ask for help. It's perfect when you need assistance with something, whether it's at work, in a store, or with a personal task. For example, could you please help me with these bags? Or, could you please help me find my keys? Can I get a glass of water, please? When you're in a restaurant or at a friend's house, you might need something to drink. This polite request will help you ask for it. For example, can I get a glass of water, please? Or can I have some tea, please? It's a simple way to express your need for something. Would you mind passing me that? This phrase is useful when you need someone to hand you something, but you don't want to sound too demanding. For example, would you mind passing me the salt? Or would you mind passing me that book on the shelf? It's polite and considerate. Can you tell me how to get to place? This is an excellent question to ask when you're lost or need directions. For example, can you tell me how to get to the subway station? Or can you tell me how to get to the nearest hospital? It's clear and easy to understand. Could you please repeat that? If you didn't hear something or didn't understand what was said, don't be afraid to ask for a repeat. This is polite and shows that you're engaged in the conversation. For example, could you please repeat that last part, or could you please say that again? Now, let's move on to offering help. Offering help politely is important in building good relationships and showing kindness to others. Here are some great phrases to use. Can I help you with that? If you see someone struggling with something, whether it's carrying heavy items or completing a task, this phrase is a polite way to offer your assistance. For example, can I help you with those bags? Or can I help you carry that box? Would you like some help? This phrase is useful when you see someone who might need help but hasn't asked for it yet. It's gentle and shows that you're available to assist. For example, would you like some help setting up the chairs? Or would you like some help with your homework? Let me know if you need anything. This is a friendly way to let someone know you're available if they need help, whether it's for something small or big. For example, let me know if you need anything while I'm at the store, or let me know if you need anything after the meeting. I can do that for you. This is a direct and helpful way to offer your assistance. If someone asks you for help, you can respond with this phrase. For example, I can do that for you. Don't worry, or I can pick that up for you. Is there anything I can do to help? This is a polite, open-ended offer to help, and it shows that you're willing to assist in any way you can. For example, is there anything I can do to help with the project? Or is there anything I can do to help with the cooking? Making requests and offering help are essential social skills. These sentences will help you sound polite, friendly, and considerate when interacting with others. Using these phrases in your everyday conversations will help you build better relationships and communicate with more confidence. Remember, it's not just about what you say, but how you say it. Using polite phrases like these will make your interactions smoother and more natural. So practice these sentences, and next time someone needs help or you need something, use them with confidence. Let's keep going. Now, let's move on to talking about your daily activities. Whether you're discussing what you do at work, what you're doing later, or just how your day is going, being able to talk about your daily routine in English is essential. This chapter will give you useful phrases for discussing your day-to-day activities. Let's start with some basic phrases you can use to talk about what you're doing right now or what you plan to do later. I'm going to work. This is a simple sentence you'll use if you're heading to your job or place of work. For example, I'm going to work at 9 a.m. or I'm going to work today. You can also replace work with other activities such as school, the gym, or the store. I need to buy groceries. If you're planning a shopping trip, this sentence is perfect for telling others what you need to do. You can also say, I need to get groceries or I need to pick up some food. This phrase helps you talk about everyday errands. I'm meeting a friend later. When you have plans with someone, you can use this phrase to describe your plans. For example, I'm meeting a friend for lunch or I'm meeting a friend at the coffee shop. This will come in handy when you're making casual plans or talking about your day. I'm studying for an exam. If you're working on a school project or preparing for a test, this phrase will help you explain what you're focused on. You can also say, I'm studying for a test or I'm doing homework. This shows you're busy with something important. I'm working from home today. Many people work remotely, and this sentence helps you explain that you're not in the office. For example, I'm working from home today or I'm doing remote work. This phrase is great for work-related conversations. I'm cooking dinner right now. This is perfect when you're talking about preparing a meal. For example, I'm cooking dinner at the moment or I'm making pasta for dinner. You can use this phrase whenever you're in the kitchen or making food. I have to clean the house. Chores are part of everyone's daily life, and this phrase is useful when talking about household activities. You can say, I have to clean the kitchen or I need to vacuum the living room. This is a common sentence to use when talking about personal tasks. I'm relaxing at home today. Not every day is about working or doing chores. Sometimes you just want to relax. This phrase is perfect when you want to express that you're taking it easy. For example, I'm staying in today and just relaxing, or I'm reading a book at home. I'm going to the gym later. Many people have fitness routines, and this sentence helps you talk about physical activities. For example, I'm going to the gym after work, or I'm going to the park for a run. It's perfect for discussing how you stay active. These sentences will help you describe your daily routine and what you're up to. Whether it's work, study, or personal activities, talking about your day-to-day life is an essential skill in English. And the great part about these sentences is that they are flexible. You can change a few words to talk about different things you do every day. When you practice these phrases, try to use them in real situations. You can tell your friends what you're doing or ask them about their day. The more you talk about your daily activities, the easier it will become to express yourself in English. Now, let's dive into expressing your preferences and opinions in English. Whether you're talking about your favorite food, what you like to do in your free time, or your thoughts on a movie, being able to express what you like and think is a crucial part of daily communication. This chapter will help you sound natural and confident when talking about your likes, dislikes, and personal views. Let's start with expressing preferences, what you like or prefer. I like pizza. This is the simplest way to say you enjoy something. For example, I like pizza, or I like listening to music. You can use this phrase to talk about anything you enjoy, whether it's a hobby, food, or activity. It's easy to use and essential for everyday conversations. I don't like spicy food. When you want to express something you don't enjoy, this phrase works perfectly. For example, I don't like spicy food or I don't like running. It's a straightforward way to express your dislikes, and people will understand exactly what you mean. I prefer tea over coffee. This phrase is great when you want to compare two things and say which one you like more. For example, I prefer tea over coffee, or I prefer reading books over watching TV. It helps you talk about choices and make comparisons between things you like. My favorite movie is The Lion King. When you want to talk about your absolute favorite thing, this phrase is perfect. For example, my favorite movie is The Lion King, or my favorite hobby is painting. It's a great way to share what you really love, whether it's a food, activity, or something else. I'd rather stay home than go to a party. This phrase is used to express a choice between two activities. For example, I'd rather stay home than go to a party, or I'd rather eat at home than at a restaurant. It's a useful sentence when you're discussing preferences in more detail. Now, let's talk about expressing opinions, what you think or believe about something. I think The Lion King is a great movie. This is a very common way to start giving your opinion. You can use this phrase for almost anything. For example, I think The Lion King is a great movie, or I think it's going to rain later. It's simple, clear, and easy to understand. In my opinion, pizza is the best food. This phrase is a polite way to express your personal view. For example, in my opinion, pizza is the best food, or in my opinion, we should leave early. It helps you share your thoughts without sounding too forceful, and it's a great way to make suggestions. I believe that hard work leads to success. This phrase is similar to I think, but it can be a bit stronger and more confident. For example, I believe that hard work leads to success, or I believe that we should focus on the environment. You can use this to express your thoughts about important issues or ideas. It seems to me that he's not interested. If you want to express an opinion that's not 100% certain, this phrase is perfect. It softens your opinion and shows that you're open to other viewpoints. For example, it seems to me that he's not interested, or it seems to me that we're running late. I'm not sure, but I think the meeting is at 3 p.m. This is useful when you're unsure about something, but still want to share your thoughts. For example, I'm not sure, but I think the meeting is at 3 p.m., or I'm not sure, but I think we should try that new restaurant. Being able to express preferences and opinions is important in any language because it helps you connect with others and share what you like or think. Whether you're talking to friends, family, or colleagues, these sentences will allow you to engage in more meaningful conversations. They will also help you sound more natural and fluent in English. The best part is that these phrases can be used in all kinds of situations, from casual chats to more serious discussions. So take some time to practice expressing your preferences and opinions. The more you do it, the easier it will become. Now, let's talk about asking for directions, something that comes in handy when you're in a new place or just need to find your way around. Whether you're traveling, running errands, or exploring a city, knowing how to ask for directions in English will make your life much easier. Let's start with the basic phrase that's essential for getting around. Where is the nearest bus stop? This is one of the most useful questions you'll need when you're out and about. Whether you're looking for a specific location, like a cafe or a train station, this is the phrase you'll use. For example, where is the nearest bus stop? Or where is the supermarket? You can replace place with anything, whether it's a building, a store, or a specific spot. How do I get to the library from here? This is another very useful question, especially if you're asking for directions to a specific destination. For example, how do I get to the library from here? Or how do I get to the airport from here? This phrase helps you ask for the exact steps or route to your destination. Can you show me the way to the hotel? If you need someone to guide you or point you in the right direction, this is a polite way to ask. For example, can you show me the way to the nearest train station? Or can you show me the way to the hotel? It's helpful when you're lost or need clear guidance. Is the park far from here? After asking for directions, you might want to know how far the place is. This phrase will help you understand if you need to walk a long distance or if it's just a short walk. For example, is the shopping mall far from here? Or is the restaurant far from the station? This is a simple and clear way to ask. Which way do I go to get to the post office? Once you've been given some directions, this is a great question to ask if you're unsure about which direction to take. It's perfect for asking about turns and streets. For example, which way do I go to get to the post office? Or which way do I go to reach the park? Turn left at the coffee shop. When someone gives you directions, they might mention landmarks or places you should look for. This phrase is helpful when you're told to turn at a certain landmark. For example, turn left at the traffic light or turn right at the corner store. How long will it take to get to the airport? You might want to know how much time it will take to reach your destination. This phrase helps you estimate the time needed for your journey. For example, how long will it take to get to the airport from here? Or how long does it take to walk to the museum? Is the museum within walking distance? If you're not sure if the place you're trying to reach is close enough to walk to, this is a great phrase to use. For example, is the cinema within walking distance from here? Or is the park within walking distance from the hotel? Can you give me directions to the train station? This is a polite way of asking for detailed directions. If you're unsure about how to get somewhere or need clarification, this is the phrase you'll use. For example, can you give me directions to the nearest bus station? Or can you give me directions to the train station? I'm lost. Can you help me get to the museum? If you're completely lost, this is a great way to ask for help. Whether you're in a new city or just confused, people will be happy to help if you ask kindly. For example, I'm lost. Can you help me get to the museum? Or I'm lost. Can you tell me where the nearest cafe is? Asking for directions is one of the most practical skills in any language. These simple questions will help you navigate new places and get the information you need. Remember, it's important to ask clearly, listen carefully, and repeat the directions if necessary. Don't be afraid to ask for help. People are usually very willing to assist you. Now, the more you practice these phrases, the more confident you'll feel asking for directions in English. And as you continue to practice, you'll become even more comfortable getting around and speaking English in real-world situations. Now let's talk about something very important in daily conversations: small talk. Small talk is the art of having short, casual conversations with people, and it's a crucial skill for building connections, whether you're meeting new people, catching up with a friend, or chatting with colleagues. It helps break the ice and sets a friendly tone for any interaction. Making small talk in English might seem difficult at first, but once you know the right phrases, it becomes easy and natural. Let's look at some of the most common and useful phrases for making small talk. Nice weather today, isn't it? Talking about the weather is a classic way to start a conversation, especially when you're meeting someone for the first time or when there's a pause in a conversation. It's universal and doesn't require a lot of thinking. For example, nice weather today, isn't it? Or it's really sunny today, isn't it? You can also comment on the seasons, like it's getting colder these days, isn't it? It's a friendly and simple way to engage with someone and lead into more personal topics. What do you do for fun? This is a great question to ask when you want to get to know someone better. Whether you're in a casual setting or at a social gathering, asking someone about their hobbies or how they spend their free time helps you find common ground. For example, what do you do for fun? Or what's your favorite hobby? You might hear about their favorite activities like reading, traveling, or playing sports. It can also lead to other questions about shared interests. Have you seen any good movies lately? Movies are something nearly everyone has an opinion on, and discussing them is a great way to continue a conversation. This is an easy topic that works well with people you know or don't know yet. For example, have you seen any good movies lately? Or what movie did you watch last? You can even ask, what kind of movies do you like? This can lead to interesting recommendations and help you bond with someone over shared tastes. What's your favorite type of music? Music is a universal topic that everyone can relate to, and asking about it is a great way to get someone talking. You might discover new genres or artists that you both enjoy. For example, what's your favorite type of music? Or what music do you listen to in your free time? If you're interested in a specific genre, you could ask, do you like rock music? Or do you enjoy pop music? Where are you from? This is one of the first questions we ask when meeting someone new. It's an easy way to learn more about someone's background and culture. For example, where are you from? Or what part of the country are you from? You can also follow up with questions like, what's your hometown like? Or how long have you lived here? This question helps start deeper conversations about different places and experiences. What do you think of topic? This is a great way to invite someone to share their opinion on something. It could be about a movie, a news story, a book, or even a local event. For example, what do you think of the new restaurant downtown? Or what do you think of the weather this weekend? This phrase shows you're interested in their thoughts and can lead to more detailed discussions. It's also a polite way to ask for someone's opinion without sounding too direct. How was your weekend? This is a casual question, perfect for asking someone about their plans or what they've been up to. It's often used after the weekend, but you can ask about any time of the week. For example, how was your weekend? Or, what did you do this weekend? You can follow up with questions like, did you do anything fun? Or did you relax or keep busy? I heard something. This is a useful phrase when you want to bring up something you've recently learned or heard. It can be used to introduce a topic or share interesting news. For example, I heard there's a new coffee shop in town, or I heard the movie is really good. People love sharing news and discussing interesting topics, and this can lead to deeper conversations. Small talk might seem basic, but it plays a big role in building relationships and feeling comfortable in social settings. It's a way to connect with others, practice your speaking skills, and gain confidence in casual English conversations. The beauty of small talk is that it's simple, and everyone does it. You don't need to talk for hours or discuss deep topics to connect with others. Small talk opens the door to more meaningful conversations, so practice it as much as possible. Use these phrases with your friends, coworkers, or even strangers. The more you practice, the more confident you'll feel. Next time you're at a cafe, meeting a new neighbor, or just chatting with a friend, try using one of these phrases. It will help you feel more relaxed and ready to continue speaking English. Let's move on to the next chapter and keep building your English skills. Now, let's focus on something that's essential for real-life situations, dealing with emergencies. Whether it's a medical situation, an accident, or a safety concern, knowing the right phrases in English can help you stay calm and get the help you need. Emergencies are stressful, but knowing what to say in the moment can make a big difference. Let's start with some key phrases to use when you need immediate help. I need help. This is the most direct and urgent phrase you can use when you need assistance right away. Whether you're in danger or simply need help with something, shouting or saying this phrase clearly will alert others to your situation. For example, I need help. My friend is hurt. Call an ambulance. If someone is seriously injured or having a medical emergency, this is the phrase you'll use to request emergency medical assistance. For example, call an ambulance. My brother has fallen and he's bleeding. Or call an ambulance. Someone's having a heart attack. It's a critical phrase to use when time is of the essence. Is there a doctor here? If you're in a public place and someone is ill or injured, asking this question is crucial. It helps you find someone who can assist. For example, is there a doctor here? My friend is feeling very sick. This phrase is especially helpful in public events or gatherings where medical help might be needed quickly. I've been hurt. If you or someone else has been injured, this is the phrase you'll use to alert others. It's important to let people know that you need help. For example, I've hurt my leg or I've cut my hand. This makes it clear that you need assistance immediately. Where is the nearest hospital? Knowing where the nearest hospital is can be crucial in emergencies. If someone is seriously hurt or unwell, you need to get them to medical care quickly. For example, where is the nearest hospital? Or, can you tell me how to get to the nearest emergency room? I think I've been poisoned. If you suspect that you've ingested something harmful, like food poisoning or chemicals, it's essential to get help right away. For example, I think I've been poisoned. I'm feeling dizzy. This will help others understand the urgency and get you to help faster. It's an emergency. Call the police. In some situations, such as a break-in, an accident, or any situation involving danger to yourself or others, this is a critical phrase. It will let someone know that you need immediate law enforcement assistance. For example, it's an emergency. Call the police. I've been robbed. Or it's an emergency. Call the police. Someone's trying to break into my house. I've lost my passport, wallet. If you're traveling or in a situation where something important is lost or stolen, this phrase is important. For example, I've lost my passport. Can you help me find it? Or I've lost my wallet. I need assistance. This is very important if you're in a foreign country and need help with documents or ID. Please hurry. If time is critical and you need help right away, this phrase expresses the urgency of the situation. For example, please hurry. My friend is badly injured, or please hurry. I need help immediately. It lets others know that the situation requires fast action. Can you help me? I'm lost. Sometimes emergencies don't involve physical injury, but they can still cause stress and confusion, like getting lost. For example, can you help me? I'm lost in the city. Or can you help me find my way to the hotel? This phrase is important when you're in an unfamiliar area and need assistance finding your way. Emergencies are difficult to handle, but knowing how to express yourself in these situations can help you get the assistance you need quickly. It's important to stay calm and speak clearly. If you're ever in a medical or safety emergency, remember to use these phrases as soon as possible. In any emergency, don't be afraid to ask for help immediately. The more you practice these phrases, the more confident you'll feel using them in stressful situations. Let's move on to the next chapter and continue building your English skills. Now, let's move on to something just as important as greetings, saying goodbye. Saying goodbye is an essential part of any conversation. Whether you're leaving a meeting, ending a casual conversation, or just parting ways with a friend, knowing the right phrases will help you leave a positive and polite impression. Let's start with some common and useful ways to say goodbye in English. Goodbye. This is the most formal and traditional way to say goodbye. It works in almost any situation, whether you're leaving a workplace, ending a phone call, or saying farewell to someone. For example, goodbye, I'll see you tomorrow, or goodbye, take care. It's polite, clear, and easy to use. See you later. This is a more casual and friendly way to say goodbye. It's often used among friends, family, or people you know well. You can also say, see you soon, or catch you later. For example, see you later, have a great day, or catch you later, I'll call you tonight. It's a bit more relaxed than goodbye, but still polite. Take care. This phrase is warm and caring. You can use it with friends, family, or colleagues when parting ways. It's a way of showing that you care about the other person's well-being. For example, take care and have a safe trip. Or take care, let me know when you get home. It's a great phrase to end a conversation on a positive note. Have a nice day. This is a polite way to say goodbye when you're leaving work, a store, or a meeting. You're wishing the other person well for the rest of their day. For example, goodbye, have a nice day, or have a nice day and I'll see you soon. It's commonly used in more formal or work-related settings. Talk to you later. This is a great phrase to use after a phone conversation or a casual chat with someone. It's informal and shows that you expect to talk again soon. For example, talk to you later, have a good one. Or, talk to you later, I'll message you later tonight. It keeps the tone friendly and open. I have to run, but it was great seeing you. Sometimes you have to leave quickly, but you still want to be polite and friendly. This phrase is perfect when you're in a rush, but don't want to sound abrupt. For example, I have to run, but it was great seeing you. Let's catch up soon. It helps you leave with a positive vibe even when you're in a hurry. I'll see you around. This is a casual and friendly way to say goodbye, often used when you expect to see the person again soon. It's informal and shows that you're not saying goodbye forever. For example, I'll see you around. Take care, or I'll see you around. Have a good evening. It's often used in the workplace or among friends. Good night. When it's late and you're leaving or about to sleep, good night is the best way to say goodbye. For example, good night, sleep well, or good night, see you tomorrow. It's polite and considerate when it's time to rest. Until next time. If you're saying goodbye to someone you won't see for a while, this is a great phrase to use. It shows that you're looking forward to meeting again. For example, until next time, take care, or until next time, stay safe. Bye for now. This phrase is friendly and casual, perfect when you plan to see the person again soon. For example, bye for now, I'll talk to you later, or bye for now, let's catch up soon. Saying goodbye doesn't have to be complicated. The important thing is to match the phrase to the situation and the relationship you have with the person. Whether it's formal or casual, short or long, knowing the right way to say goodbye will leave a positive impression. The best part about these goodbye phrases is that you can use them in different settings, whether you're leaving a party, finishing a meeting, or wrapping up a phone call. Each phrase can reflect the level of formality and the closeness of your relationship with the other person. Practice these phrases, and you'll soon find it easier to end conversations smoothly. Let's continue and move on to the next chapter, where we'll explore more essential phrases to make you even more confident in speaking English. Congratulations on making it through all 50 essential English sentences. By now, you've learned key phrases for greetings, ordering food, asking for information, and much more. These are the building blocks of natural and confident communication in English. But remember, this is just the beginning. Learning English, like any skill, takes time, practice, and dedication. The sentences you've learned in this video are useful tools, but the key to mastering English is consistent practice. The more you use these sentences in real-life situations, the more natural they will feel. Here's the truth. You don't need to memorize everything perfectly. What's most important is that you start speaking, even if it's just a few sentences a day. It's about making progress, not being perfect. As you practice more, your confidence will grow, and so will your ability to communicate smoothly and effectively. Practice every day, even if it's just for a few minutes. Make speaking English a part of your daily routine. Use these sentences when you talk to your friends, family, or even when you're speaking to yourself. Practice makes perfect, and the more you repeat these phrases, the more comfortable and fluent you'll become. Don't worry about making mistakes. Everyone makes mistakes when they're learning a new language. The important thing is that you learn from them and keep going. Don't be afraid to speak out loud, even if you're unsure. The more you practice speaking, the better you'll get at it. Use English in real situations. Don't just memorize these sentences. Use them in real conversations. Whether you're ordering food at a restaurant, asking for directions, or chatting with a friend, these phrases will help you sound more natural and fluent in English. The more you practice in real-life situations, the more confident you will become. Engage with English content. To help reinforce what you've learned, watch English movies, listen to English podcasts, or read English books. This will expose you to new vocabulary, different accents, and various ways of speaking. The more you surround yourself with English, the faster you'll improve. Remember, learning English is a journey, and every step you take brings you closer to fluency. It's okay to make mistakes along the way. What matters is that you keep moving forward. So keep practicing, keep speaking, and most importantly, keep enjoying the process. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this video has given you the tools to communicate more confidently in English. If you found it helpful, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more lessons. And always remember, the more you practice, the better you get. See you in the next video, and happy learning!